Hello, welcome to Three Crows Runes. My name is Jen. Let's do some rune readings. First of all, Happy New Year! It's 2023, hooray! So we are going to be doing all the star signs, and of course, check your sun, moon, rising, planet, or north node. So all the star signs for January 2023. Very exciting. We have the Rider-Waite Tarot, just the basic classic, and we have the Elder Futhark runes on Willow, which is very straightforward stuff. So I will put the timestamps in the description for each of the signs. Once again, please check out your sun, moon, rising, planets, and or north node as you know them. I see that on things, and I hear that on things, and I'm like, I'm a quadruple Sagittarius. I literally sun, moon / rising, and then I've got Sag in one other thing I'm gonna have to look up. But anyway, I've got Sag in like 4 things. So it's like, nope, still me. But I'm also a Fucus, for what that's worth. Anyway, that's beside the point. Happy New Year. I'm going to put timestamps in the descriptions, and I will see you at the readings. Bye! Hello, Taurus. So Taurus, we're going to start with a card from the Rider-Waite Tarot. And January for you, it looks like you have a lot of things you're like sort of choosing from as far as where you want to direct your will. However, you have already made a choice, even if you don't know that you have. You're keeping the other 2 around just in case, but you just basically, you already know kind of which one you're going to go with first. So as you go into January, Taurus, this, you see this casting cloth I'm using, which is like virgin plush. It's like lamb's wool. I don't know if any of you listening are old enough to remember when it was like a fashion that all the little girls, including me, wore fake lamb's wool plush jackets. But if you remember from that time, it attracts little bits of hair and things like nothing else. So anyway, that's beside the point. Let's get on with the reading. Okay, little splash reading for Taurus for January 2023. Let's see what we have. So your central issue this month is going to be represented here by Sovilo. There's a lot of energy. You have a lot of energy. You're actually also looking for how to direct your energy, which is why this is the case. You've got this, you want to direct your will, so you're sort of making a choice at this point, but you already kind of have made the choice. But it's also going to be a month to like focus on, okay, I have all this energy, where am I going to direct it? And just basically keeping your access to your source energy. And things are looking very bright. What is leading up to that is we have Hagalaz, which is the hailstorm rune. This is, you've been through a period of time where it's been like some rough weather. It's been things that have been out of your control, things have been a bit chaotic, and right now the sun is finally out, and it's like, okay, I've been waiting for this. Here's where I want to direct my will. What is going to help you is we have Kaunas. Kaunas is the rune of the torch. It's the fire, something that starts small like an ember and goes into a blaze, but it also is very, very much fitting with the theme of, I'm going to make a choice of where to direct my will, where am I going to direct my energy, and this is where I'm going to shine my light. Just basically, once you've chosen that, direct that light where you need it to go. Look where you want to go, like they teach in driving, and then just basically move forward with that. What isn't going to help is it is going to be a bit out of your comfort zone. We have Othala reversed. Othala is the rune of the home and the homeland. It is reversed and it's on the lower line, so you're a bit worried about that. You're a bit worried about leaving your comfort zone. That could drag you down. And if you're focused on, this is completely outside my comfort zone, you're not going to enjoy it anyway, and that's going to drag you down. It's like, if you're going on a ride in an amusement park and you've never been on this ride before, if you spend the whole time going, I don't know what's going to happen, I've never been on this ride before, and it's like, instead of just enjoying it, then you're not going to enjoy it. You're going to get to the end of it and go, well, I wish I'd enjoyed that while I was on it. Which actually literally happened at an amusement park. My husband and I were at one point, there was this one ride, it was like a VR ride, and it was it was sort of like one of those ones where you get in and it moves around and it shows you a film of you moving around in like space. And this young girl, like she was probably not even quite a teenager. She just wailed the whole time about, oh, this is scary, I'm so scared, this is so scary, oh no, this is too much, this is so scary. And the ride ends, and there was silence, and the girl goes, can we go on that again? And the entire ride just cracked up. It was a scream. Anyway, back to the reading. So it's basically just, try not to focus too hard on this as something that I've never done before and I'm worried about it. Bring yourself back up to where you're shining your light where you want to go, you're directing your focus, and you're directing your will. And what this is going to lead you to is by the end of the month, you will have basically accomplished what you had set out to do. It's really, really cool. Either you have, or you're just basically able to acknowledge that you are going ahead with this thing that you had intended to do. This is Gabo, it's the rune of the gift. It has to do with an exchange. It often has to do with agreements, decisions, and goals. So either by the end of January, you will have accomplished what you set out to do, or you will be well on the way to do so and totally in the zone of accomplishing this goal. So that's very exciting, Taurus. I wish you a lovely January and a happy new year. And I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. See if I can get this a little bit straighter, because this is straight, but this is a little bit angled. This is where I mess up the whole thing. No. Okay, so we're like kind of straight there. And then this comes down and we have our stones and things. Okay. Hello, Virgo. Virgo, we're going to start with a card from the Rider-Waite Tarot, and we're going to start with Ace of Pentacles. So you are planning this month. This month is going to be a good month for you to start something that has to do with practical things or finances, or something that has to do with something that's going to be very grounded, very practical minded, and something that's new that might bring in like actually money, or even if it's not money, then it's like practical wealth, something that can sustain you. So this is exciting. It's like new year, new endeavor. So let's see, Virgo, what we have to add from the Willow runes. Okay, yeah. So it is something that you're working on. That's interesting. That's interesting. Okay, that's the one. Ooh, it's blank. Okay, so Virgo, your central issue for January is Ingvaz. Ingvaz is the rune of Ing, who's another name for Frey, and Frey's the fertility god, and this has to do with active creation. So you're starting something where you're actually going to be shaping this, like you're actually going to be working on it. It's something that you are going to pull into shape. Leading up to this, you've had a situation where either you have felt sort of unseated in your home situation. Maybe you have had to leave a home that you had before, or else you've been leaving your comfort zone. You've had to leave what used to be your comfort zone, what you considered home, just like mentally you considered a home space. Could be either. This could be like starting a new, and like in a new place where you're going to be rebuilding and starting something new. Either way, leading up to this, where you're actually beginning to create and shape the new environment, you did actually either step out of your comfort zone or sort of leave a home that you had before. What was going to help you is we have Avaz reversed. So I'm going to read this a few ways. Avaz is the horse rune. The horse has to do with movement, but also spirit. So first of all, the recommendation is don't do a lot of running around. Like, you can conserve your energy. Like, while you do all this creating and shaping and building on this, you don't have to run around too much to do this. You can do this in place, from where you are. Otherwise, you're just going to spread yourself too thin and you're going to exhaust yourself, and that's not going to help. Also, if you're going to do any running around, make it inner. Like, make your running around be an internal running around. Like, you're in your head, you're making sure that you're touching all your bases, you're letting your spirit carry you internally through this, but externally you're not going to be doing much running around. What isn't going to help is we have Gabo. Gabo's the rune of the gift. It has to do with an exchange. It could also do with one-on-one relationships. So there's a few ways I'm going to read this. First of all, if you're worried about your plan, because right now you're just sort of pulling things into shape, and you're sort of really focused on this agreement, decision, or goal, this plan that you're operating under, I think you don't rush, because that's what's going to make you turn this horse over, and then that's going to go crazy, and you're going to wear yourself out. try not to rush yourself. The plan is the plan, and you don't have to accomplish it all at once. You're going to want to, but it's going to be something that you can't really do that. You just have to basically work from where you are and work with what you have and control what you can. The other way I'm going to read this is there might be another person involved that you're sort of worried about. You may have had an agreement with them that you're sort of worried about, and that could drag you down. Basically, if that starts to be the case, bring yourself back up to, no, I'm working on this. I've started this as a new start, and I'm going to let my spirit carry me inwardly, but I'm also not going to wear myself outwardly, and that's going to carry me forward. And then the whole world is like a blank slate after that. You have the blank rune, which is the outcome of the month. It's going to be like all new ground. Like you're starting something new, and here you are starting something new. You've arranged everything at this step. During the course of the month, you're going to do the arranging and get everything in order and get everything that you can control under your control. And then by the end of the month, okay, blank slate, we're ready to go. So that's exciting, Virgo. I wish you good luck with that, and I wish you a happy new year. And I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Can you hear the kitty cat crunching her food right next to me? Because she is. Good kitty. Hello, Capricorn. Capricorn, we'll start with a card from the Rider-Waite Tarot. It looks like there's going to be some conflict of will for you this month with others, or even with yourself. You may be sort of conflicted with where you want to direct your will. And it's like, if these people work together, they could build this cabinet, but they're currently at odds. So you do have to deal with and you can probably hear the cat crunching her food beside me right now, which is very cute. This month, Capricorn, you may have to deal with a lot of conflict of will. So let's see what the Willow runes have to add. Okay, yeah, exactly. It's a bit chaotic. There was an agreement. There's some chaos now. Yeah, so... Okay, good. So there's a happy ending. Central issue this month, Capricorn, we have Hagalaz, which is through the hailstorm. This has to do with chaos, things that are out of your control. It's weather. It's something that will pass, but it's kind of rough while you're in it. Leading up to this, we have Gabo. Gabo's the rune of the gift. It has to do with an exchange. It has to do with agreements, decisions, and goals. It may also have to do with another person, like a one-on-one relationship type interaction, and agreements and decisions and goals with that other person. But even if it isn't with another person, it has to do with agreements, decisions, and goals. Are you really, really hungry? Because you're just crunching away. Super cute kitty. Okay, so that leads up to right now where things are a bit chaotic, because there may be a bit of a conflict with that. There may be some differences of agreement on, lack of agreement on where to direct that will. So what's going to help you is we have Avaz. Avaz is the rune of the horse. It has to do with movement and spirit. So I'm going to read this a couple ways. First of all, keep moving forward. Oh, she's done. Okay, off she went. First of all, keep moving forward. Don't stop in a state of chaos. Like if you're in a state of conflict, just keep moving forward. Like do whatever you can to keep moving forward, and also let your spirit carry you. Like basically let your spirit be the guide through this for you. Whatever the other parts of this conflict are, they're going to have to find their own way through it. But for you, let your spirit guide you. It's not going to guide you wrong. What isn't going to help is we have Laguz. Laguz is the rune of the water. It's the flow. It's all the watery stuff, emotion, intuition, and heart. Emotions are running high, and that could really throw things off. That could just like really drag you down if you let it. Bring yourself back up to just make sure that you keep moving forward, and that you are letting your spirit lead in that. What this is going to lead you to by the end of the month looks great. We have Sovilo. Sovilo is the rune of the sun. It has to do with good energy, and it has to do with completion, and also vanquisher of darkness, illumination. It's all the good stuff. So it's basically you're going to be able to. Everything's going to be clear by the end of the month. It's going to work out. The sun's going to come out. The storm's going to clear, and everybody's going to go, oh, okay, we can fit this together and it'll all work. I'm pretty certain from this outcome rune that this is going to work out for you. So by the end of the month, this will be sorted out. The cabinet will be built, and on we will go. So that is your reading, Capricorn, for January 2023. I wish you a lovely January. I wish you a happy new year, and I would wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Hello, Aquarius. So Aquarius, we're going to start with a card from the Rider-Waite Tarot, and we have the Page of Cups. So Aquarius, you are going to be starting something that has to do with creativity, with expression, with emotions, perhaps with love. Things are good. We have you're being inspired at this point. So something unexpected has come up, and you're like, oh, let's start that. Let's create. Let's bring something into the world that wasn't there before. Fish in a cup. So let's get some runes down from the Willow Runes. Yes, beautiful. Oh my gosh, couldn't be a better central issue for this card. Very, very nice. Very nice. Okay, so we have central issue is Berkana. Berkana is the rune of the birch tree. It has to do with beginnings and birth. So you're going to start something new creatively with expression, and the central issue is Berkana, so it's basically beginnings, new beginnings. Leading up to this, you've been through a really chaotic time. We've been through some bad weather. We have Hagalaz, which is the rune of the hailstorm, chaos, things that are out of your control, just a patch of bad weather, but that's over now, and you are planning to begin something new. So you've been inspired. Up we go. So what is going to help you is we have Othala. Othala is the rune of the home and the homeland. What's going to help you is just basically keep yourself comfortable in a safe space, like in a sanctuary type space, whatever you consider that to be, like wherever you feel safe to create, that's where you want to make sure that you're centering yourself this month, and that's going to help you the most with bringing this through. What isn't going to help is we have Sovilo. Sovilo is the rune of the sun. This has to do with energy, source energy, energy levels. You may feel worried about energy levels. This is why you're sticking in sort of a home space. So you may be a bit worried about, how much energy you can use for this, that you might not have the energy you want for it. And also you may feel like it's a bit much. It's like a bit too hot in your hands. So if that starts to be the case, bring yourself back up to the place of Othala, where you're like, this is why I'm doing this at home. This is why I'm doing this when I feel comfortable, safe, protected, all the things that home is, and this is why I'm doing it here. So we're bringing this into the world in a safe spot. What this is all going to lead you to by the end of the month, we have Avaz, which is the rune of the horse. The horse is movement and also spirit. So I'm going to read this a couple ways. By the end of the month, you're going to feel like you're not going to feel like you need to run around too much, which is really, really good. You're going to feel sort of like, okay, more relaxed. And all this time in the home space is going to help you with that. You're going to feel, okay, not as frantic. You don't feel like running around as much. You also will be more in tune with your inner spirit. And your inner spirit will carry you forward. So even if you don't feel like you're moving outwardly, you are definitely in motion inwardly, letting your spirit carry you forward, which is definitely a big help when you're creating something. So that, Aquarius, is your reading for January 2022. I wish you a lovely January, and I wish you a happy new year, and I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Hello, Gemini. So Gemini, we're going to start with a card from the Rider-Waite Tarot, and there we go, Gemini, you get the sun. It's going to be a good month for you. You just feel like you've got all the energy you need. You're feeling energized. You're feeling happy. You're feeling good. You feel like connected to life and supported by spirit, and all is good. So let's see what the runes have to offer to add for your January, Gemini. Oh, nice. Okay, so that's good. That's probably why. Nice. Good time for it. Okay. So your central issue, Gemini, is we have Manas reversed. Manas is the rune of humanity and your part in it, and it is reversed in the central issue. So you are basically tuning into your own drummer. You're basically tuning into your own what you need and what you know you need, and your own happiness. You're looking inward and finding your joy inwardly and facing that and going, yeah, let's do that. Let's focus on that. Leading up to this, you've been frantically running around on your horse, The horse has just been galloping. You've just been like, oh my gosh, running, running, running. You feel like you've been run ragged. This is why right now it's like, okay, new year, new perspective, new focus, and my focus is going to be, I'm going to tune out the din of the outside world of humanity, and I'm going to just basically find my joy and work from there. And what's going to help you is you're going to basically be rebirthing your inner self. So we have Berkana reversed, which is what's helping you. Berkana is the rune of the birch tree, and birth, it's reversed. It has to do with inner. So you're going to be basically rebirthing. You're going in, you're finding your joy, and then you're rebirthing your inner self, your inner baby self that has a lot more joy in it. And that's what you're going to basically start integrating. A lot of joie de vivre. A lot of happiness in life, and you're going to find that, and that's what you're going to work on birthing, is like going in and just rebirthing yourself inwardly so that your inner world looks more like this than it did before, in a good way. What isn't going to help, Gemini, is we have Dagas, and Dagas is the rune of the breaking of the day. It's basically, you may be worried about overwhelm. You may be dealing with overwhelm from all the galloping around that you were doing before this. You may still be a bit burned out from that. This is why you're turning inward, and this is why you're working inwardly to rebirth yourself inside first. You're not going to run around and exhaust yourself with that. You're just going to basically go in, find your joy, and then work to bring that joy through. And what the end of the month is going to look like is you're going to be much more in tune with your inner communication, with your inner voice. Whether that's just your own inner voice, your higher self, your guides. I'm just basically seeing this like your inner communication is much more on point by the end of the month. And that's because you did this work. You turned inward this month, and you found your joy, and you rebirthed it. So it's good. So that, Gemini, is your reading for January 2023. I wish you a happy new year, and I wish you a lovely January. And I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Hello, Libra. So, Libra, this leaf has threads sticking out. Oh no, I've spoiled the illusion. They were not real leaves. No, they were not. They are fabric leaves. Hello, Libra. We're going to start with a card from the Rider-Waite Tarot. And we have the Ace of Wands. So you are going to be starting something this month that has to do with directing your will, quite probably communication. It's just basically something where you have a plan and you're going to move forward with this, directing your will and probably communicating as well. So I know that swords are generally communication, but when I worked with the tarot, it generally was the wands. So we're going to move on from there. So something like that, something where you have an idea and you've got a plan and you're going to move forward with it and it's something new. So let's see what the runes have to add. This is very interesting. So you're definitely moving out of your comfort zone, which is what your focus is right now. That's the blank rune. Okay, good. Okay, here we go, Libra. So your central issue for January is we have Othala reversed. Othala is the rune of the home and the homeland. It is reversed and it's in the central issue. So you are either like literally moving, like you're leaving a home that you had before, or it could be something just basically you are going out of your comfort zone. You're leaving your comfort zone. You're letting go of things that no longer serve you, which is also a very important read on the Othala. But I really see this as like you're stepping out of your comfort zone. You may be literally changing houses, something like that. So what led up to that is we have Dagas. Dagas is the rune of the breaking of the day. You've come from a state of like just a lot going on and like big illumination, big revelations, and just, blazing perhaps overwhelm. A lot was going on, just like the light was on, and maybe something got revealed to you very big that led you to stepping out of your comfort zone or changing homes. So something just got revealed that you couldn't ignore, or something was illuminated, or just maybe you're just coming from a state of just like overwhelm. You're just like, there was so much going on, and that was going on, and now you're like, all right, you know what? I'm letting go of what no longer serves me. I'm changing my comfort zone for something new. On we go. What is going to help you this month is we have Manas reversed. Manas is the rune of humanity and your part in it. And it looks like what's going to help you is just tune out the din of humanity, because they don't know what you need. And just basically listen to your own inner drummer, your own inner voice, find your own inner joy and let that lead you. And that is what's going to help you this month. What isn't going to help is fear of the unknown. You are leaving your comfort zone. You're maybe changing homes. There are things you don't know that you don't know, and you're worried about that. Try not to worry about that. If that starts to be the case, just bring yourself back up and go, well, you know what? I know what I need. I'm going to keep an eye on that. I'm not going to listen to the din of humanity, and we're going to move forward from there. And that's what's going to get you over that. And what you're going to be encountering by the end of the month is just completely new stuff. We have Hagalaz, which is the rune of the hailstorm. This sounds a little scary. It's probably not. There may be some chaos going on. There may be a lot of things out of your control, but you are a force of nature also. And you're basically, how do I put this? You are stepping into new ground, basically. And that's one of the things that's exciting about it, is you've left the stagnation that you were in. You're moving onto new ground. It's all trackless. It's like you're in unexplored territory. It's like this with jungle, with like you have to cut your way through. But it's exciting. It's like this adventure. And by the end of the month, you're going to be well into that. So try not to worry about, the chaos part of it, and just like, it's weather, and it will pass if it's uncomfortable. But this is part of it. It's like you're cutting a new space for a new place that's going to become your new comfort zone. And you have a wand. You have your way forward. You know what you want to do. You know where you're directing your will. So that, Libra, is your rather exciting reading for January 2023. I wish you a lovely January, and I wish you a happy new year. And I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Hello, Aries. So Aries, we're going to start with a card from the Rider-Waite Tarot, and we have the Star. So Aries, this month you are going to be letting yourself be guided. You're going to be like looking to what you look to be guided, and you're going to let it guide you. And it's going to be that kind of month. We're just like going to put your faith in what you allow to guide you and let that lead you forward, because that's how you're going to get through. We have the blank rune as your central issue, so it's definitely opening up to the divine. Whatever you consider the divine to be. I'm seeing a lot of the same runes, and I'm mixing these. So I don't know. I guess a lot of people need similar messages, or at least similar parts of messages in different orders. So, Aries. So basically this month you're going to be opening up to whatever you consider to be the divine, whatever you consider to be what guides you, whether that's whatever that is, whatever that is, your heart, your spirit, higher power, spirit guides, anything like that, whatever you consider what guides you, that's where you're going to be at. Open up to that. Leading up to this, you've really become disappointed by humanity recently, especially. We have humanity, Manas, humanity, and your part in it. It is reversed and it's on the path line. So I sense a certain amount of disappointment with the rest of humanity, where you're looking at each other with not happiness, and you're just basically turning inward at this point and going, you know what I need, and I can face myself with joy, and we're going to move forward with connecting with whatever the divine is for you, and whatever is your guide, whatever you trust to be your guide, angels, nature, random occurrences, whatever this is for you. The blank rune would suggest that it's whatever you consider to be divine. That tends to be that crown chakra sort of opening up thing. So just basically connect with that. That's going to lead you forward through the month. What's going to help you? We have Dagas, the breaking of the day. So that's basically like opening up to what you consider to be heaven, the divine, that kind of thing. What it's going to that illumination. So you're opening up to what you consider to be the divine, and you're opening up to that illumination. So whatever that is for you, and that's going to help you just to keep that open. Open your crown chakra and let yourself be guided. What isn't going to help is there is something about what you've just come through that really left you disappointed with humanity that feels like an impossible challenge. You feel like you're facing a really, really difficult, extremely impossible challenge. We have 30 Saws reversed. 30 Saws is the thorn, the giant gateway. It's reversed and it's on the lower line. So you're just feeling like this is why you're opening up to this, because you can't figure it out without that. Like at this point, you're like, I'm out of options. I don't know what to make of this. So if there's any guidance for me, lay it on me. I'm open. And that's basically what's going to help, is if you start to feel like this is impossible, just like, no, you know what, I'm going to open up and let myself be illuminated, let my path be illuminated, my entire field of vision, please, and then you'll know where you want to go and what you want to do. And by the end of the month, you will have a plan. We have Gabo, which is the rune of the gift. This has to do with an exchange. Gift was always an exchange, so it has to do with agreements, decisions, and goals. It could be a one-on-one relationship, considering that you've opened up to what you consider to be the divine. This could be one-on-one, you and your higher self, you and your higher power, you and your spirit guides, whatever it is that you're letting guide you. A star. You and your star have made an agreement at this point. Either way, you have a goal by the end of the month and you have a way forward. So that, Aries, is your reading for January 2023. I wish you a lovely January, and I wish you a happy new year, and I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. I have just pulled my leaves out of place. There we go. Hello, Leo. So Leo, we're going to start with a card from the Rider-Waite Tarot, and we have the Empress. So Leo, you are in a good situation this month. You're feeling very abundant and very nurturing and very much in tune with nature and your nature and the pomegranates. So let's move forward and see what the runes have to add. We have the Willow runes. Yes, very much in tune with your inner voice. What do we have here? Excellent. Nice for Empress. Okay, beautiful. So our central issue this month, Leo, is we have ounces reversed. So ounces is the rune of communication and manifestation. It is reversed and it's in the central issue spot. So I'm seeing this as a really strong connection with your inner voice, really strong inner communication going on. Also, you're working very hard on manifesting inwardly your inner world. So that's going on, and that's why you're connected with your inner voice, because you want your inner world to be gorgeous like this and not resembling what the outer world is probably resembling right now wherever you are, because it's either winter or summer, and it's going to be very extreme at this point. So possibly it's raining here. Anyway, so not the typical winter day for January 1st. Anyway, that your winter may vary. Leading up to this, you have Gabo. Gabo is the rune of the gift. It always has to do with an exchange, and you sort of have had an agreement just before this. You're like, you know what? I'm going to make an agreement, whether this is with yourself or with one other person. I'm setting a goal. I'm making an agreement that I'm going to do this. I'm going to connect with my inner voice, and we're going to change some things around here inwardly. Or outward, it doesn't happen outward unless you have it inward first. So there we go. What's going to help you is we have Ingvaz. Ingvaz is the rune of active creation. It's Ing's rune. Ing is another name for Frey. Frey is the fertility god. So very fertile empress with a very fertile fertility god. You're basically creating. You're gonna create the reality that you want to see. We have. So basically work with what you have. Control what you can and just create. You're going to work together with your Empress and your Ing. And you're going to be creating. You're going to be working with your inner voice to do this. What isn't going to help is you're worried about energy levels. We have Sovilo, which is the sun rune. This is normally it has no reversals, but honestly in this particular rune set, I know when this one's reversed and this one is reversed, and it's in the lower line. So you're worried about losing the energy that you need in order to do this. You're worried about energy levels. Don't worry, this is all going to be internal anyway, so just keep at it. Work with both yin and yang balanced. Keep creating. You'll be able to move forward, and the creating itself is going to energize you, so that's exciting as well. And what this is going to lead you to by the end of the month is we have Kaunaz reversed. Kaunaz is the rune of the torch. It's fire. It's something that starts small like an ember and goes into a blaze. In this particular case, it's reversed on the path line, and so it's like you will have a very strong focus by the end of the month. This is like honing focus. Being able to create allows you to actually like work off a whole bunch of stuff that was distracting you from your focus and just like get your focus. You know how sometimes you're creating and a lot of the stuff is just basically stuff and it ends up falling to the side, but you needed to get it out. That's sort of what you're going to be doing this month, and then by the end of the month you're going to have a really strong focus on what you really want to focus on, especially creatively. So that, Leo, is your reading for January 2023. I wish you a happy new year and a lovely January, and I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Hello, Sagittarius. I'm a Sagittarius. Hello, Sagittariuses. Let's start with a card from the Rider-Waite Tarot, and we have the King of Swords. So you are very much in control of where you're going to direct your energy right now. You're sort of feeling a bit, icy. But you're like, okay, you know what? We have our energy. We know where to direct it now, and we're going to work on doing that. We're going to sort of decide where we're going to direct our energy for this month. And he seems like kind of lonely and a little bit cold, but he's protecting that. He knows that you can't just spread it around everywhere. You need to direct it. So that's why he has that. Look, birdies. Birdies. Let's get some runes from the Willow runes. Beautiful. Oh my gosh. Very nice. And you can see there's like butterflies on his throne, which is very cool. So there is a lightness to it. It's exciting, which I'll get to because we have a reason for that. Look how happy he is, because he doesn't look happy, but look, his hat is all yellow. Yes, I know the word for crown. So it's all yellow. We have joy, basically. I'm playing with that. We have our central issue this month is going to be joy. We are going to hold our joy, and we are going to keep it safe, and we are going to focus on it and basically direct it carefully as a smart king would. Leading up to this, we've had a lot of energy come in. We have Sovilo, which is the rune of the sun. This has fed into this joy. We have some really feelings of like good well-being, just like really feeling good and joyful and really in connection with our joy. So we're like, okay, I have all this joy. Where am I going to direct this at? Well, as it turns out, what's going to help you is just open up to it, like just direct it. We have, here he is being all careful and stuff, but we have Kaunaz, which is the rune of the fire and the torch, and it's just like shine that light, open it up, just open out, expand, let that joy keep expanding. Once you tap into that, it just doesn't have an end, which is great. You can just like tap into it infinitely. So he's a bit worried about losing the energy that he's obtained, but here it is, just saying, like, let it out, man. Don't let it stagnate. What isn't going to help is we have Thurisaz reversed, which is the rune of the thorn, the giant, the gateway. It's the challenge rune. It's reversed on the lower line. You're kind of worried about, maybe it's just because like there's so much you want to do that it's like almost impossible. It's like, how am I going to fit that? But just basically expand. The advice is just expand with this joy. Let the joy continue to expand you, and let that joy just shine. Direct it wherever. And what this is going to lead you to by the end of the month is you're going to be very actively creating. You're going to be creating. It's great. You're working with what you have to control what you can, but also you are creating very actively, where you're really shaping it. It's not just organically creating something. You are constructing something. We have Ingvaz, which is Ing's rune. Ing is the fertility god, another name for Frey. It's active creation. So you are actually really, you're just going to flow this joy out, and then all of a sudden, by the end of the month, you're going to be really busy creating something, which is great. Very exciting. Possibly with butterflies, but who knows? And birdies. So that, Sagittarius, is your reading for January 2023. I wish you a happy new year, happy January, and a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Hello, Pisces. So Pisces, we're going to start with a card from the Rider-Waite Tarot deck. We have Page of Wands. You are starting out something new this year, this January. You're starting out something new with communication. and also with directing your will. So this is very exciting, and you've got your salamander suit on, so it'll protect you from fire. It's all good. You're ready to set out into the world and start up new communications and directing your will as you will. So let's see what the Willow runes have to add to that for your January 2023. I'm just like thinking back, and I'm wondering if I said 2022 at any point during these readings, and if I did, I will be embarrassed, but oh well, it's just like we write 2022 for like a month when it changes. So your central issue is we have Algaze reversed. So Algaze is the rune of the elk, what we call a moose in North America, and this has to do with protection and support. You are either feeling like you are not getting the support that you would like, you're missing some support perhaps that you would like to have around you, or you are just standing up for yourself and stepping forward and going, I don't need outer support, I can support myself, which seems more likely given that he's a Page of Wands. Starting out, just basically starting out. Leading up to this, I'm going to read this a couple ways. We have Ansu's reversed. Ansu is the rune of communication and manifestation. It may be that you have been very much closely connected with your inner voice in the past little while. You've just been listening to your inner voice. You've been communicating inwardly with yourself, and you're like, you know what? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to step out, whether I have the support to do so or not, and I'm going to look for what I need to look for. I'm going to protect myself. I'm going to support myself. And if this is basically you're not feeling as supported as you would like to, this is why you're stepping out. You're basically stepping out with your fireproof outfit on, and you're like, I'm going to make this my priority. So however this is going for you, your central issue, what led up to this was some inner communication or a lack of communication. There may have been a lack of communication that led to this as well. But either way, it also includes the inner communication that made you go, okay, you know what, I'm doing this. So what is going to help you is we have Tivaz reversed. Tivaz is Tyr's rune, Tyr's the warrior god. And this has to do with duties and responsibilities. I'm going to read this a couple of ways as well. First of all, what's going to help you is make sure that you are taking care of your duties and responsibilities to yourself, because it's reversed and it has to do with inner. The other thing it means is be peaceful. Keep that sword down. Don't let the sword get raised during this endeavor that you're setting out on. Keep it peaceful and make sure that you're taking care of yourself. What isn't going to help is you're worried about energy levels. We have Sovilo, which is the sun. You're also worried about the heat that might happen, which is why you put on this salamander suit. You're a bit worried about the sun that you might get burned by. But at the same time, yeah, you're worried about energy levels. So if that starts to be the case, this is another reason to stay peaceful, because if you're not waving a sword around, you're going to maintain some more energy than you would otherwise. But also it's why you're taking care of yourself. It's like if you start to notice that you're losing energy, you're going to take care of yourself. You're going to go, okay, what do I need to replenish some of that? And what this is going to lead you to is by the end of the month, you're going to be facing a doorway. It is going to be an open doorway. It's going to be a gateway that is your challenge, that is your challenge alone, that you have been walking towards this whole month. And the door is open, so it is a challenge, and it's scary, but it's more scary psychologically than it is like impossible. It's like all I have to do is take a deep breath and walk through this door, but what that entails is difficult and a challenge. But by the end of the month, you will be facing this challenge, and it will be yours. So that, Pisces, is your reading for January 2023. I wish you a happy January and a happy new year, and I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Hello, Cancer people. So Cancer people, I'm going to start with a card from the Rider-Waite Tarot, and we have the Fool, which is cool because I had that in my cover, in my cover photo. I didn't know it would come up, but that's the luck of the shuffle. So yeah, so this month, Cancer people, you are going to be starting out something brand new. You are going to be taking a leap of inspired faith with your doggy with you. So this is basically you're starting out absolutely new. You don't know what you don't know, and you don't care that you don't know what you don't know. You are being guided by life and your just vibrant spirit, and you have the guidance from your instinct, and you're just ready to start out. Whatever the future holds, off you go. This is your January is something brand new for you, Cancer people. So let's see what the runes have to say. Yes, excellent, beautiful, perfect. And what's our outcome? Oh, I know you're in there. Ah, lovely. Okay. Neat. Okay, that's interesting. Wouldn't have guessed that one in a million runes. So basically right now, your central issue is Avas. It's like you have to move. You have to move forward at this point. You gotta gallop. We have Avas, which is the horse rune. This has to do with movement and also spirit. So you are following your spirit, and your spirit is driving you forward. You just have to gallop. You have to gallop forward at this point, no matter what. Now, nicely, what leads up to this is we have Algies, which is the rune of the elk, otherwise known as the moose in North America. We have the rune of protection and support. So you are feeling quite supported. You're feeling protected. You're ready to go. You're just like, you have what you need to set out on this new adventure, and you are just ready to gallop. What is going to help you is we have Sovilo, which is the rune of the sun. Basically, make sure that you have close at hand what you need to give you energy when you need it. So the sun has to do with source energy, whatever gives you energy, like no matter what, whatever taps you into your source energy. This could be creating, this could be music, dance, nature, anything that gives you your source energy when you're running low, keep that close at hand. And that's going to help you keep moving forward on this new endeavor, adventure as we start this new year. What isn't going to help is you're a bit worried about overwhelm. We have Dagas, which is the rune of the breaking of the day. Look at the sun and the breaking of the day. And they're opposites. You're a bit worried about overwhelm because it's a lot. It's everything that is new, and you're stepping into it without having any plan. Well, except just to move forward because you gotta. So you're a bit worried about overwhelm. You're a bit worried about getting blinded by it all. And just there being so much. If that starts to be the case, just remember you have close at hand what you need to keep you energized, and just let that continue to keep you energized, and also just keep moving forward. Let your spirit lead you. What this is going to lead you to by the end of the month is you're going to start to develop a deep inner joy. We have Vunyo, which is the joy rune. You also will be very aware of where you have been unhappy, because it is reversed and it's on the path line. So you will notice more keenly where you've been unhappy, and you'll be like, okay, that's something that we need to work on because I'm not happy in that situation. But mostly what this is going to be about is you connecting with your deep inner joy, and as things progress past the end of this month, you're going to start to bring this through. So you're going to start to bring out this inner joy and like grow it and make it be more an inner and outer joy. But anyway, very exciting for you, Cancer people. I wish you a lovely January, Happy New Year, and a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Hello, Scorpio people. So Scorpio people, we are going to start with a card from the Rider-Waite Tarot, and this month for you is going to be a bit of a reprieve, like a bit of a rest. This month, you're basically stepping back from things, letting your energy replenish, and just like resting, letting the world going on, letting the world go on outside while you replenish, while you just take this much needed rest. So let's see what the runes have to add, Scorpio. Yes, you're pausing your journey for this. There's a blank rune again. I've seen the blank rune lots of times this session of readings, which is very interesting. What's our outcome? Is that our outcome? Wait a second. Oh, that is. Okay. Okay, cool. Cool. Okay, Scorpio, so your central issue here, we have Raido reversed. Raido is the rune of the journey. And reversed, it has to do with pausing a journey and or turning your journey inward. It could have to do with ending your journey, but I don't really see that, especially since we have beginnings right after. So, so we'll get to that. Leading up to this, it's just been a blur for you. You've just been, it's just like been, I don't want to say burnout, but it's kind of like burnout, but it's just kind of like blank out. It's kind of like, I can't even focus on anything anymore, so I need to just like step away, put a pause on this journey, and just like replenish, just like rest, just R for rest. What is going to help you is just open up to this. Let the rest start to illuminate. I mean, we have an illustration of this in the card itself, so this is kind of neat. This is Daga, the breaking of the day. It's the illuminator of the world. You're going to have, everything is going to be lit up. We're going to have, it's going to show what was hidden in the darkness. It's going to illuminate your entire field of vision. And it's sort of like, as you do this, the color is going to come back to the world. So that's what's going to help you, and you're going to enjoy that. You're going to enjoy starting to feel and sense and see, like, your senses coming back. It's going to be like you're going to be able to feel again. You're going to be able to see again. You're going to be able to differentiate colors again. It's going to be great. So that's what's going to help you. What isn't going to help is it going down into this is going to feel like an impossible challenge. It's like things are never going to get better. Everything's going to be crazy and blanked out for like the rest of my life. And it's going to feel, it just feels like, give it a chance. The more you rest this month, the more you're going to get back what you thought you didn't have anymore, what got lost in just the overwhelm, just mist, just this fog of just like everything that just like overwhelmed you, and you're just like, this is all just too much. Rest, it will all come back. What is going to help you? So it basically, what isn't going to help you is the feeling like it's just too much. It's an impossible challenge, but you can overcome that impossible challenge by just letting it come back on its own while you rest. And what this is going to lead you to by the end of the month is you're going to start incubating new beginnings. We have Berkana reversed. Berkana is the rune of birth and beginnings. It is reversed on the path line, so it's going to be inner. It may also be outer. You may be back burnering something that you'd planned to begin because you may not be done resting. And that's fine too. I do mainly see this though as incubating a new birth. So you're starting this from within. You're starting like a new inner birthing that you're doing. And that's going to be the beginning of, assuming that we go forward into the following month where you're still sort of coming out of this, but you're coming out of this with like an egg, at which you are developing as you go forward into the following month. Where you're sort of rebirthing yourself, which you're going to have to, because it's like you've had enough. You have to rest this month. So that, Scorpio, is your reading for January 2023. I wish you a lovely January, Happy New Year, and I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Look who we have. We have Ophiuchus Snakey. Hello, says the Ophiuchus Snakey. We have Snakey for the Ophiuchuses to bear. Since we are the serpent bearers, the snaky bearers. So let's start with a card from the Rider-Waite Tarot, and we have the Four of Cups, which is very cool because we've been kind of like, and like we're looking at everything and it's just kind of like there, and we're like, but something's coming this month for us Ophiuchuses, and this is very exciting. Something new is going to get presented to ourselves, and it's going to be like inspiring, and it's going to be something new and delicious, and it's going to inspire us to create and to feel, and it's very exciting. So that's to look forward to. Let's see what the runes have to add. Okay, nice. Okay, so Ophiuchuses, our central issue is we have Kanaz reversed. Kanaz is the rune of the torch. It's fire. It's something that starts small like an ember and goes into a blaze. I'm going to read this a couple of ways. It's reversed on the central issue, on the path line. And so it's basically talking about a honing of focus, possibly a narrowing of options. So I'm going to read this. First of all, we've been fixated on these three things that we're like sort of a bit burned out with and that perhaps disappointed us, these things, these creative endeavors that we've been looking at, or just basically, feelings, emotions, things like that. We're a bit tired of them. So we're sort of fixating on that, and we feel like our options have been narrowed, but this is coming in, and this is really exciting, and this is going to help us. The other thing this is focus. So we're looking for a place to direct our focus that isn't same old, and this is coming. So that's exciting. Leading up to this, we have Pertho reversed. Pertho is the rune of the lot box. This has to do with surprises and fate, but it's surprises that were always there, because what was in the box was always there. It's just you didn't know. And it is reversed, and it's on the path line. So this is a surprise. Either there was a negative surprise that made you come into this realization of, man, I have to hone my focus, or this was something that you learned about yourself which may have been, man, this is same old, same old. But anyway, either way, something has come up, a surprise, either a negative surprise in the outer world or a inner surprise that has a revelation about yourself that has led you to this moment where I'm fixating on this, and I need to re-hone my focus. What is going to help is, first of all, so we have Yira. Yira is the rune of the harvest and also time. So here's the harvest. It's a surprise, which is exciting. Time will bring it to you. So just sort of trust that everything is its own season and that nothing lasts forever, and that during the course of the season you may get the fruits of your labors. If you've been working on something, or if you've been sort of pursuing something low-key, we may have, not low-key, although it may have been Loki. Loki's cool. He's complicated, but he's cool. So something you've been working on, you may be getting the fruits of your labors from, which is very exciting, and that's going to lead you forward towards this. But also just time will actually bubble up something from the field, and it will bring this to you, and you'll be like, inspiration at last, something new, something tasty, something exciting. What isn't going to help is if you were continuing to fixate on how unhappy you are, you might not, like this, this is always the antidote to this, but this can always drag this down if this wants to. So if you let yourself focus on how unhappy you are, then you might not appreciate this when it comes. Like you could be just focusing on this, and this is bopping you in the head. So let's try not to do that. We have Vunyo reversed here in the lower line. This is your unhappiness, which you're sort of like discontented. So if that starts to be the case, bring yourself back up to here. Trust time, trust the passage of seasons, trust that harvests are happening all the time, and that something may come up that will surprise you and be exciting and good and tasty and inspiring. And nourish your feelings. And what this is going to lead you to is you're going to go, now I'm going to take a moment. By the end of the month, we have Isa. Isa's the rune of ice. It has to do with standstill, stillness. It also, I keep bringing this into it because it's such a cool definition, but the younger Futhark meaning of the ice rune is a bridge. It's solidness. It's something that you're able to, it carries you forward. It carries you when you need the support. And it's like an extra strong road, which it was back when things would get really, really cold in winter, and still does some places. So there's that. But also it's the stillness through which clarity comes. So you will finally be able to, once you notice this, by the end of the month, you're going to be spending time with it. You're going to be like, I'm not moving forward just yet. I'm just going to spend some time with this new thing and just really let the clarity come through about it. And that, Ophiuchus people, is your reading for January 2023. I wish you a happy new year and a happy January. And I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Bye, says Ophiuchus Snakey.